What's going on, everybody? My name is Michael Weir, and today I went to the last Blockbuster on the planet, and I got this really cool hoodie. Let's talk about my adventure. So if you're like me, Blockbuster Video was a really fun place to go when I was a kid. I loved going to Blockbuster. My mom or my dad would take me. I would look through the store. I would try to pick out movies that I wanted to see. I would try to toe the line on the PG-13 and R rating and see what they would let me get. I'd be like, these are the ones I want to rent. And you know, if they were PG or PG-13 that I knew I could get away with, I would hand them the case with the box so they could look at it. And if it was one I was kind of, I don't know if they'll let me rent this, I would just show them the case, be like, yeah, here it is. It's PG-13 for language, and it's Steven Seagal. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Sometimes I got away with it. Sometimes I didn't. So walking back into this store today was such a cool adventure. I loved walking up and down the aisles of movies. But one of the other really cool things was that they had a ton of people in the store actually renting movies. I haven't seen that since, well, technically Family Video, I saw people, but it was always a ghost town in there in the last couple of years. So really, I haven't seen people renting like that in forever. But this really cool small town of Bend, Oregon, has people going into Blockbuster renting movies with their kids. I saw a dad and his two daughters. We talked for a minute. I said, I'm from Chicago. Well, I'm not from Chicago, but I'm close enough to it. The point is, he was like, are you a Cubs fan? I was like, yes, I am. So we bonded over that for a minute. It was just cool seeing a dad be able to walk his kids around a rental store and let them pick out movies to rent. It's just such a cool pastime that I miss it. I miss it so much. But the store had some other really cool things. It did have a shrine to American Gangster. They just, they got stuff from American Gangster in the store. It's like Denzel's chair and Russell Crowe's chair when they sat in, when they were waiting to act. And it also had this cool shrine to different Russell Crowe outfits. I'm pretty sure that The Daily Show sent it to them. I remember that story. So there was a lot of really cool stuff in the store, but my favorite thing I saw in the store was a VHS wall. I don't know who built this, but it's beautiful. I don't remember seeing it in the last Blockbuster Netflix special. This VHS wall is so awesome. It has a ton of old stuff on there. Well, clearly it's VHSs, but like I distinctly remember Predator and Predator 2 were right next to each other. To have those on VHS would be so cool, but it just made such a cool wall that I don't blame them for using the VHSs to make that. Another really cool thing was this awesome gumball machine. I remember this too. You put a quarter in, you try to get a gumball to go into the right hole so you can get a free Blockbuster rental for one night. Didn't actually get one myself, but seeing that machine was pretty neat. And I really liked seeing the employee picks. I remember this from every rental store I've ever been in. The employees got to pick out their favorite movies, and so you'd go over and you'd be like, oh, I wonder what their movies were this month. Or you'd be looking for a movie like this picture, and you would say, hey, this one's in the employee picks. So I actually went over to the employee picks and I found this picture. Yeah, that's right, I found it in the employee picks. It was just a cool, Donnie Darko is a fun movie anyway. I'll talk about it another time. The point I'm making here is that it was just a really fun blast from the past. I don't know if any of you guys who are watching my videos have been to the last Blockbuster on Earth, but if you haven't and you enjoy the rental experience, get yourself to Bend, Oregon, buy some merch, and have a good time with that stuff. And speaking of merch, I gotta go through the stuff that I bought. I'm gonna show you guys everything. The first thing is a hat that says, "Be kind, rewind." The old Blockbuster slogan. And I bought another hat, and this one just says Blockbuster. I love these little snapback hats. They are really cool, very retro. Let's get into the bag of stuff that I bought next. So first of all, good marketing ploy here. They don't have bags at Blockbuster, so I had to buy a bag. Seemed worth it. All right, guys, so the first thing out of my little bag here is a present I got from my wife, and it is Built to Fail, the story of Blockbuster's inevitable bust. I know she's gonna like this. She's a big book reader. I'm not, so I got this for her. And also, I got a postcard So I need the last Blockbuster. There you can see it right there. The last Blockbuster. It's a postcard. It says from 9,000 locations down to just one. The next thing I got, it would not be a movie store trip if I did not get at least one Blu-ray. And I got the last Blockbuster on Blu-ray. Now, I've actually wanted this for a long time. It's the Netflix special. You guys can go check it out right now. It's Kevin Smith, a bunch of actors. If you like The League, a couple of the League actors are in it. But yeah, they're all talking about Blockbuster and how this was the last one on Earth. It's how I found out about this one. But they had a Blu-ray of it, and I had to have it for my Blu-ray collection. Now, if you know me, I'm a big fancy socks guy. So when I saw Blockbuster socks, not only did I have to have them, but I had to have them twice. That's right. I was like, well, when I wear this out, I'm never gonna have another Blockbuster pair. So I got two of them, and they'll last me a couple of years. All right, guys, next up, Blockbuster ornament number 1 and Blockbuster ornament number 2. These are gonna go on my awesome movie tree that I keep in my movie theater room every Christmas from now on. So those are my 2 ornaments. I also got 3 keychains. The first one says Blockbuster Video. The second one says Blockbuster Video. And the third one says Be Kind. Rewind, which wasn't that the name of a Jack Black movie where he was in a rental store and he and someone else, was it Paul Rudd, started making their own movies? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that movie exists. Next up, guys, well, they have these silicone mugs, and since they'll definitely travel in a plane because they squish, I got the last Blockbuster in blue, the last Blockbuster in tie-dye blue, the last Blockbuster in clear, and the last Blockbuster in black. These are really cool cups. They're going to be an awesome addition to my movie theater room. And finally, the thing that I was most excited to get, guys, is this. A Blockbuster card. I also got one for my wife, but I now have a Blockbuster card. That's so cool. It's just for fans. They say the last Blockbuster, Bend, Oregon on the back, but it's so cool to have a Blockbuster card. It's really neat. I did hear in the store that if you have an original Blockbuster card, they can actually scan it in their system, which is so cool. Ultimately, guys, I don't have too many places that are like bucket list places that I want to go, but this was one of them, and I can't believe that I've finally been to the last Blockbuster. I don't know if I'll ever be able to come back out to Bend, Oregon, but if I do get a chance, I will stop in at Blockbuster. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. For this last part of the video, I decided to wear the hat, but I'm also going to do a spin. I don't know, just seemed like something to do.